Hello, you are listening to the woopening podcast. Today, Tashi is not here. Today, Dave is not here. Uh, though, surprisingly, Lemonade is here.
I'm always here.
You weren't
My
here one of the
It's like
times.
it's like my fault this thing exists.
Is it? I
So,
don't
I
even.
mean, you weren't here last time.
I don't remember, like.
I was
How
here
did.
last time.
I don't remember the conversation that caused this to happen. But, like.
Well, we should make Minecraft Let's Play.
Oh, yeah, I think I was the one who said. I don't remember. Whatever. We also have a guest. You may remember him. He was on the podcast before. It's D's Nudes!
Saw, dudes.
How's it going, D's Nudes?
Fucking stellar. How about you guys?
I'm doing pretty good, D's Nudes. I'm doing pretty good. Lemon?
What?
D's Nudes asked how you were doing.
I'm eating food.
What? I don't even know what you just said. Okay, that's...
I'm eating food.
Oh, you're eating. So you had a topic, D's Nudes, that you wanted to discuss.
Oh, yeah. So, I know why Donald Trump won the election. And I'm not just talking about in the United States. I'm talking, or not just this election cycle, but I'm talking about almost all election cycles and it's an issue that's going to progressively get worse, I believe, within the next 20 years or so, pertaining to quote outsider candidates. Assuming both political parties basically play the same hand in a bid for power, which is reasonable to assume they will. Outsider candidates are only going to gain prominence throughout the country.
What?
And I think partially this is because of the fact that many feel that the U.S. government has abandoned them. This kind of thing can be seen in many democracies worldwide. In fact, now I'm not familiar with their domestic policies, but I can assume within reason that the core issue is the same. So let me take you all back in time to a wonderful yet also equally terrible time known as the 1980s.
Okay.
Now, the 1980s was an interesting time because Ronald Reagan happened to be in control of the United States. He was a very popular candidate. And one of the things his administration did was they required that all federal spending bills to ever go through Congress, any single one of them, any single bill, needed to include this little economic concept that that was very very important to how economic science was conducted in business, actually, of that day, specifically resource management. And basically he said, all right, I want this fancy little thing called a cost-benefit analysis applied to every single bill in the government. And every single one we see, we need to see where the most efficient allocation of money is going to be. As far as the output, the total amount of societal output that's created, the total amount of US dollars that gets created because of this. Let's look at that.
Right.
So, when we look at times like economic recessions or times where the people are saying, shit, we're getting fucked, we need some sort of economic stimulus, what do you do in that situation? Well, you have to come up with a bill that not only distributes the funds most efficiently to create more US dollars, and you have to do it in such a way where the people will notice it. One of the big reasons Trump won the White House was because he had brutal control over rural areas. Rural areas voted overwhelmingly for Trump because they were very much left behind with the stimulus package that Bush first proposed and then was later passed under Barack Obama. A stimulus package that was designed in part to invest in industry, in part to invest in our financial system, and in part to bail out our financial system, to invest in jobs programs, infrastructure programs, you name it. A lot of these infrastructure programs, the cost-benefit analyses were done for them, and it showed that in urban areas, simply because there were more people living there, putting money into those areas would stimulate the economy. And to a certain extent it has. But the fundamental flaw in that is that it leaves mass swaths of our country still in economic downturn. Things are still hard for people in rural areas. Things are still pretty hard. And there is, some merit to what people are saying about how, these guys, what jobs do they have? They have factory jobs, some places. They have farming jobs, other places, but a lot of those farming jobs have been taken up by migrant workers. So they're kind of left behind. They don't get any infrastructure improvements. They don't get brand new schools. The same thing happens in ghettos and inner cities. There's just not enough people to warrant government investment in that area. Or even if there are, what about what they're capable of producing with the amount of money you have to throw into it? They're money pits. At least in the eyes of economists that draft bills. And what I'm basically predicting, as someone who is seeking to take over the world.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Like, how is this gonna affect your whole world domination?
Well, I'll get to that. But what I'm predicting right now is that basically for the next 10, 20 years or so, we're going to see a huge slew of, quote, outsider candidates that will, hit or miss. It's going to be so hit or miss whether or not they'll pick up on this. And if they pick up on this, hopefully I won't have to take over the world.
Right.
But until that happens, what will, like, or if that doesn't happen, if they don't pick up on this, if they don't start investing into areas where people have basically given up, where there are no jobs because coal is a dead industry, nobody's buying coal anyhow, like people in West Virginia.
80% of the world's power is still made from coal?
What?
I don't know, I think I read that online somewhere. That's probably not true.
I mean, yeah, no, a lot of it comes from petrol now, from gas. a lot of it comes from solar and wind. It's actually surprising how much comes from solar and wind and hydroelectric. Like,
Is it?
the Tennessee River Valley Authority, like, all of that shit, like, a lot of those areas are powered pretty much by hydroelectric. A lot of California is hydroelectric. A lot of it comes from nuclear. And a lot of it comes from petroleum, especially in the U.S.
I did not know that power was made in these surprisingly efficient ways.
Yeah, no.
Renewable.
Coal is almost too expensive now because you have to get it imported from other places. It's just cheaper to get gasoline.
I suppose at some point gasoline will start to run low as well, though.
Wait, what?
Well, we don't have infinite of it, do we?
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Like we're gonna have to make the switch to renewables eventually. Like there's no matter what.
I suppose
like,
even then,
climate
though,
change,
what about,
like
you say solar, that's not entirely renewable, is it? The sun's only gonna last how many, like 5 or so billion more years, was it?
I think by that point, I think solar power is going to be the least of our concerns.
You think? I feel like in like 5 billion years we'll have like started to colonize a bit of places, and like the Earth being like destroyed by the sun isn't gonna be as big of a deal.
5 billion years from now, the sun will have completely swallowed up the Earth.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
humans will be so spread out amongst the stars, we will have speciated.
Of course, that is assuming that we do manage to get the good enough space travel before we kill ourselves somehow.
I mean, when I take over the world, don't worry, I'll make it happen.
You're gonna save us from ourselves.
I'm gonna give you guys a fucking bomb-ass space program, I'll tell you what.
Shit.
Dude, they have, like, drives, like, capable of, like, faster than light travel. Like, that shit's been, like, come up
but
with.
don't they require, like, more energy than we could even, like, theoretically get?
Not true. In fact, one trip from where we are, like, now to the closest star would only take the same amount of energy that the U.S. consumes in a year.
Now, you say that. Now, you say that right. But what is the closest star?
Furthermore, nuclear fusion technology.
I feel like if it takes us that much energy just to get to the sun, we're in trouble.
No, not the near. No, it's a star 26
You said the
million
nearest
light
star.
years away.
You said the nearest star.
Okay, you know what? You want to fuck off?
I'm sorry, I had to do that.
I know, you're being nitpicky. No, so, like, the nearest, like, star that's, like, close to us, it's, like, 20, that's not the sun, is, like, 26 million light years away.
So the second nearest star.
Yeah. Right, you know what? I said the nearest star that's not the sun.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's more grammatically correct to say the second nearest.
Wait, you're saying the sun is a star? Are you retarded? Everyone knows the sun is a sun. Get your facts straight.
I was the one who said the sun is a star.
No, the sun is the sun. Jesus. You're so stupid.
Is it? What's a sun then? Lemon.
The sun.
Sun, here it comes.
You can't. We're gonna get content ID'd if you do that.
Sorry, is my voice that much like John Lennon's?
Your voice is amazing.
Thank you. I take that to heart.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
moving
cute.
on.
What's that, Lemon?
What was that?
That's. Can you not recognize laughter, Lemon? Lemon, are you a robot that cannot recognize human emotion signs?
This is the Christmas
weird
podcast,
laugh.
What are you saying about his
No, it's
laugh?
It's a weird laugh. It's
Wow.
Sorry, it's because my voice is so deep.
Is your voice deep? How deep
What?
can your voice go?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can your voice go?
That's a good question.
Never do that ever again.
How functionally low?
What if I do it anyways? I don't know how. I don't know how I did that with my voice trying to be very deep. But I think I've discovered a new voice that I might have to do now. Ooh. What is this noise? What are you doing?
I was born in the darkness. You merely adopted it.
You were born. What are you saying?
Where's the trigger? Where's the trigger? Where is she?
It's in my pants.
Oh, hello.
Please don't break my back.
I'll take off my pants and I'll show it to you. Newt's Chan. Do you want to see it? It's quite long.
What?
I don't know. I'm saying that it's my penis. I'm gonna show you my dick. These nudes.
It's pretty gay.
So, is something wrong with it being
Nothing
gay?
wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, but
Yes, I don't see the reason you need to point that out. I mean, it's obvious.
well, I'm into that shit.
Perfect. Let's like meet up and have gay sex sometime.
That'd be tight. Wait, actually, come to think of it, aren't you like 12?
12. I mean, close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you
Never mind,
it's
man.
actually 11.
I mean, you're like 6.
No.
60? That's pretty gnarly, dude. I don't know what you're into, but I'd suggest you stop with that shit while you still can, you know?
Stop with what shit?
You don't want to fuck with older people.
What do you mean
Like, I'll
fuck
tell you
with?
that from experience.
What do you what if I'm into that?
No one's into that.
Some people are. I'm not saying I
No.
am, but like some people are into
No one's
that.
into that.
I
No,
know
they're just
some.
into the money.
I know some people who are like into old people.
No.
It's. I mean, what about like? I don't know. Are you saying you wouldn't fuck old Joseph Joestar?
I'd probably fuck Joseph Stalin.
That's not.
But that's just because he's a dictator, and I would
Does
totally
Joseph
hate fuck a dictator.
does Joseph Stalin have the stand Hermit Purple?
What?
Have you not read or watched JoJo?
What?
Do you not know what JoJo is? Do you actually not know what I'm talking about? Newts? Hello? Hello? Are you... Hello?
Yeah.
What?
You've just been saying hello. Why are you doing that?
'Cause he's not responding.
Yeah, he was. He was saying, yeah.
Oh. So, yeah, you have or haven't watched it? Dude. You need to see JoJo.
What?
I said you need to see JoJo.
What?
I said that you gotta read JoJo.
What?
Is it that difficult of a thing to comprehend?
What?
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 What? What?
What?
Hello?
What?
Hello?
Hello?
What?
Hello?
What?
Hello?
Hello?
What?
Should put a thumbnail. Should I put tits in the thumbnail again?
Put Donald Trump with tits.
What?
Where? How? Hello? Is this what our podcast has become?
What?
Exactly.
See, I feel like I always start out talking about like something really in depth and kind of serious, and then it just kind of like devolves from there.
Yeah, it's...
What?
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
It's fine. It's good that way. Because then the
Say
series...
that.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's... Who knows, man.
I don't know. I feel like we're capable of producing some good content.
Dude, we are good content.
Yeah, we're fucking great content.
Dude,
We gotta be the greatest content.
I am literally a content.
Very best.
No, you can't! We'll get copyright claimed. No, we'll get we'll get no, I'm gonna have to like mute you. Can't, please. No, stop. No, you can't do that. We'll get copyright claimed. We don't want that to happen. Calm down.
We're gonna get copyright claimed from that 5 years up.
This is how it works.
We have satire protections.
We do?
Yeah, dude, fucking fair use, baby.
Was that fair?
Yeah, that was totally fair. It was a parody.
Well, did you change any words?
Yeah, it said Dickie Mon, gotta suck 'em all.
Did you? I wasn't paying that much attention to what you were actually saying, I'll be honest. I don't know.
Wow, that hurts.
It's fine.
No, this isn't fun.
What?
This is an outrage.
You're an outrage.
These newts are an outrage.
I know you are. You're a massive outrage.
True.
You're saying how like you would nuke Canada when you like take over the world. You should just nuke yourself.
I mean, yeah, I will once I'm in space.
No, like I'm saying as soon as you get the nukes, just launch them at yourself.
Why? Why would I do that?
Just because you're an outrage.
Yeah, but I'm a lovable outrage.
There's no such thing.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, you're kind of sexy, but like you're still an outrage though.
Kind of.
But I'm the sexy outrage, and that's the best kind.
I mean, I guess I'll let you not nuke yourself in exchange for like 2 casual handies.
I mean, dude, like, I'll give you a fucking legion. I don't care. Like, literally, like, as long as you support the war effort, you'll get a legion. You'll get a nice fucking retirement in like the fucking Greek Isles. You'll be surrounded by bitches the rest of your life, or whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Just like, don't be a dick and help me like fight this shit.
How do I help fight this shit?
I don't know. We can talk about it later.
Should we not say this on the podcast?
Probably not.
Do you not want people to like...
You're on a blacklist now.
What? I am?
No, I'm just joking. You're not.
If you put me on a blacklist, then I'll just fucking come and murder you before you have a chance to take over the world.
What?
I'm saying that if you put me on a blacklist, I'll have you assassinated before you have a chance to get anywhere.
Same.
You know what? I'll take all of the things that you said about how you can take over the world, right? And I'll get a puppet leader, and I'll actually rule the world. That's why
You don't know shit about ruling the world.
I know everything that you've said.
Which is
Yeah,
jack
but-
shit.
Yeah, so I have all
No,
of your knowledge.
He's been lying to you so that you don't have a chance.
See, that's just it. You don't know the amount of prep that I put into this. You don't know.
He doesn't want competition.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
How do you know I haven't already started working on it?
Because
Because
you
I
you're
would
an
have
idiot.
found out.
How would you have found out? What if I'm doing
Because
it
I
in
know
secret?
this shit. I pay attention.
What?
Oh, text to speech, baby.
How? You pay attention to what? If I haven't told you anything about it or said anything over the internet, then how would you even know?
He has people on the inside.
Because if what I've just told to you was your missing link, then you are not capable.
What
of
if
even
it
getting
wasn't? What if
close.
I am just making that up and have been planning to do it from the start?
Then you're probably still years behind me.
What if I've been planning it ages before you have?
What are you, like 12? Dude, I've been planning this shit like since I was like
The second he got out of his mother's womb, he started planning.
yeah, dude, like this shit has been like my dream. This is
Dude,
what I was made for.
what if I've been doing it since like half a second?
he's older.
What if I've been doing it half a second before you got out of the womb?
But
he's
you
older.
weren't even conceived then.
What?
Your parents weren't even alive then. You know how old he is? He's like older than the universe.
Well, what if I've been near a black hole and have been taking advantage of time dilation so that I've actually experienced far more years than you have been using them to plan?
Bullshit, because
No one cares about that stuff. Nerd.
Sorry, I shouldn't be insulting you on your own podcast. But nerd.
No, keep doing it.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not really sure why that's an insult. All I'm saying is I might be a much bigger threat than you realize.
Nerd.
You're not.
Everybody type in chat that,
Well,
that
but what if...
is a stupid nerd.
But what if I'm saying this just to make you think that I'm not actually a threat when I actually am? You never know.
At that point, it just gets so fucking meta. Who fucking would bother planning that far ahead? And even if you were, you just revealed your plan, so either way, you're fucked.
Well, no, what if I've been lying and my plans are
possible outcomes of
completely
that,
different?
And you just revealed both of them to me. Either way, you're fucked, and I know what to do to counter any sort of threat you
But
could
what if I've
pose.
already planned against your counters that you could ever possibly make?
China.
What if I've already taken over China and you haven't realized it?
You can't do that.
You don't know.
Because, no, these nudes owns China. Don't you know this? Jesus. Do you even look at the news?
I also
What are you talking
own
about?
Russia and Mexico.
I mean, that's not possible because I am Mexico.
And Lithuania.
Dude.
And Poland.
I'll pull your land.
Oh man. That's not
I'm
really...
I'm trying to figure out how
I'll
the fuck
stick
I'm gonna
my I'll stick my pole right into your land.
Oh man, I would enjoy that.
I will rip you a new asshole and then have anal with you.
Good luck with that.
I'm saying I'm gonna stab you and then fuck the hole.
Do it, bitch. You ain't got the balls.
Dude, I'll fucking do it.
That's what I fucking say. Just fucking do it.
Dude,
Like,
I
that's
will
all I'm trying
do
to
it.
say.
I will. I'm gonna fucking do it. I will in fact do it.
You're full of shit.
You're full of shit.
Good luck, buddy. The
No.
second you're a threat, you're gone.
Dude, what you don't realize.
You have two choices. You can either join me and I will help you, like, become very successful and a very powerful figure that's very valuable and a valuable asset and someone that I will treasure as a friend. Or the second you become any sort of contestant to me, you're gone. Just gone.
Well, but you don't realize, right? Okay. Right now, you haven't taken over shit yet.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
You don't. You straight up don't, though.
I do, though.
You don't know how deep my connections go.
All I'm saying is that right now, it wouldn't be that difficult to assassinate you.
And vice versa.
That's true.
However, I have more money than you do.
How do you know that?
because I know that because I am someone that is older and wiser and has more assets.
And has clones. He has clones.
Oh yeah, that too.
What clones? What are you gonna do?
I probably should have mentioned that.
What are you?
Yeah, I can.
No,
Well,
no, I'm
when I was
interested.
talking-
What do you actually plan to do with clones? How is that actually going to help you in any
Not
way?
dying.
Well, it has less to do with not dying and more to do with having an unbeatable army.
Are they
Of
clones
people that-
of you, or
Yeah, of course they are.
how? I mean, not to be insulting or anything, but are you like really like the strongest, most unbeatable person?
I'm the strongest, most unbeatable me.
Well, yeah, but like, wouldn't you want clones of like some really super strong guy?
I mean, probably not, because my genius far outweighs any sort of strength. I can manipulate strength out of
But
anyone
if you want them
that I choose.
as an army, what? So are you gonna edit the clones to have like really buff bodies? Are you gonna
I
like?
mean, the thing is, just because I put no effort into my physical form doesn't mean my other clones wouldn't.
Well, yeah, but assuming epigenetics play into this, wouldn't like that matter and mean that the clones like by default like aren't very
Oh,
strong?
Lemon left. Lemon just left.
Oh shit. Well, he has typed a message implying I should end the podcast, and I haven't done that. But it's fine. We're talking about clones now. So what I'm saying is, if like epigenetics play into this, then surely you not being buff would mean that by default the clones are also not buff.
No, I will just train some. I just train some of them to be buffer, and some of them to focus more on their own.
Like,
their
would
own
you not
brains.
like edit the
No, it's a
DNA in the
simple-
cloning
it's
though?
a simple Jedi method. It's a simple Jedi method.
Well,
What you do is you get some that are better as fighters, and you get some that are better as thinkers.
Well, but here's what I'm saying though. If you're making a clone of yourself and it's the same as yourself, and you're the kind of person that does not like exercise, surely they would also be the kind of person that do not like exercise.
No, I love exercise. I just don't do enough of it because I'm not in a position where I can. I have an empire to run, dude.
Do you actually love exercise? Do you go jogging?
Dude, I was the fucking like captain, MVP, and coaches award winner of my cross country team my senior year. Junior year, I was starter on the fucking rugby team. I used to play baseball up until my sophomore year. I fucking did track. I swam. Like, fucking played football. Like, I fucking love like sports and being athletic and exercise. I just am not in a position where I can do a lot of it right now.
What happens if the clones then also feel like they want to take over the world because that's what you feel like, and then they become enemies?
But they already know I have such a head start over all of them.
Well, but there are way more of them. What if they overthrow you by sheer numbers?
But that's just not what their place is. They're still very young for starters, and also they.
I'm saying, well, I'm also like, right, if you're making clones anyways, you may as well edit the DNA to make them better, right? Like, why would you just leave them as, like, a
Do you know
normal
what an
human?
inhibitor chip is?
I don't think so.
It's a little chip that you can put in the brain that makes anyone super, super fucking, like, obedient to you. It's an actual device. I thought they were kind of like out of like the public eye when I first like found them, but apparently like there was something almost directly like that referenced in like an episode of like Star Wars: The Clone Wars of all fucking things.
Okay, but Star Wars: The Clone Wars isn't real life, is it? We don't actually have inhibitor chips
I
yet.
know, but it's an actual thing because I've actually already done it.
Have you, though?
Yeah.
I'm
What, you
not
think
sure.
I'm full of shit?
I might think you're lying.
No, I'm not.
I
Sorry.
don't believe that we actually have something like that yet.
You're right, we don't. It's called Xanax.
What?
What's happening?
We're still doing the podcast.
I'm being a dick. I'm being a dick, and it's hilarious.
He's just spouting nonsense, basically.
Wow, that sounds like it would be fun.
It's been hilarious.
How's it?
I'm missing out.
You are? Where have you been? Why'd you leave?
I had to reset my Discord.
Why?
Because,
Okay.
yeah, don't ask questions if you're not rich.
Should we just end the podcast now that Lemon's back?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, whoopiners, that is all. See ya, bye.
He's having